Performance of transmission line are classified into three types. The first one is short transmission line, and the second one medium transmission line, and the last one is for long transmission line. Once we are generated the power, we need to send to the consumer via transmission and then distribution line. Based upon the operating voltage, based upon the line length, the transmission line are classified as three types. One is for short transmission line, medium transmission line, another one is for the long transmission line. In short transmission line, the operating voltage is less than 20 kV. The operating voltage is less than 20 kV and the line length is less than 80 kilometer. The line length is less than 80 kilometer. Practically, it is considered for 11 kV transmission line. 11 kV transmission line. That is, it's considered for the distribution purpose. That is, in short transmission line, operating voltage is less than 20 kV and the line length is less than 80 kilometer. That is represent for short transmission line. But in the medium transmission line, the operating voltage is in between 20 to 100 kV, that is greater than 20 kV and less than 100 kV, and the line length is 80 to 240 kilometer, that is greater than 80 kilometer and less than 240 kilometer. This comes under for the medium transmission line. That is, the operating voltage is 20 to 100 kV, that is greater than 20 kV and less than 100 kV, and the line length is 80 to 240 kilometer. Practically, it is considered for 33 kV and then 66 kV, 33 kV and then 66 kV. The remaining all comes under for the long transmission line. In long transmission line, the operating voltage is greater than 100 kV and the line length is greater than 240 kilometer. Here is comes under for the 132 kV, 220, 400 and then 765 kV. Based upon the line length, based upon the operating voltage, it is classified for three methods. That is, in the performance of transmission line. One is for short transmission line, medium transmission line, another one is for the long transmission line. In short transmission line, that is, the line length is less than 80 kilometer and operating voltage is less than 20 kV. That line is considered for the short transmission line. Already we know that in that the AC transmission line, the parameter are considered for three parameter. One is for resistance, inductance, another one is for the capacitance. In DC transmission line, only the parameters are resistance. Due to the absence of inductance and capacitance, the losses are very less. In AC transmission line, due to the inductance and capacitance, the losses are huge. The losses are more. That is, the losses comes under for the skin effect, proximity effect, Ferranti effect, corona, and sag, so on, etc. Once the operating voltage is increased in the AC transmission line, the number of conductor requirement is more. But in the DC transmission line, required only one or two conductor. The ground act as a return conductor. The ground act as a return conductor. In AC transmission line, once the operating voltage is increased, means the number of conductor requirement is also increased. That is, up to 220 kV we are using for the single conductor. That is, after that we are using for beyond 220 kV, that is 220, 400 and 765 kV we are using for the bundle conductor. More than one conductor is nothing but a bundle conductor. In 220 kV in a single phase we are used for the two conductor per phase. In 400 kV we are using for four conductor per phase, but 765 kV we are using for six conductor per phase. Once the operating voltage increased, means the number of conductor requirement is more. Due to that construction required for the transmission line, the tower required for the rugged construction, at the same time the losses is also increased. But in that, the parameter are considered for the three parameter. One is for resistance, inductance, another one is for the capacitance. But the R and L is connected in the series element. R and L is connected in the series element. That is, always the resistance and inductance are connected in the series element, but the capacitance are connected in the shunt element. That is, the capacitance are connected in parallel. In short transmission line, due to the less operating voltage, less line length, only the parameters are available for resistance and inductance. That is, R and L is available. The capacitance are eliminated or negligible. The capacitance are eliminated or negligible. In medium transmission line, due to the operating voltage is high and the line length is also more. The parameters are available, three parameters. One is for the resistance, inductance, another one is for the capacitance. Due to the balancing of the capacitance, but the capacitance are connected in the shunt element, that is, it's connected in the parallel. Due to the balancing of the capacitance, the medium transmission line are classified into three types. One is for end condenser method, one is for end condenser method. The next one is nominal T method, nominal T method. Another one is for the nominal pi method. Due to the balancing of the capacitance, it is classified for three methods. One is for end condenser method. In end condenser method, the whole capacitance are connected for the load end side. The whole capacitance are connected for the load end side, that is comes under for the end condenser method. In nominal T method, for balancing of the capacitance, the whole capacitance are connected in the midpoint. The whole capacitance are connected in the midpoint. That is, the resistance and inductance are the splitted into two off, and that is comes under for the nominal T method. In nominal pi method, the capacitors are divided into two off. The one off is connected for a sending end side. The another half is connected for the receiving end side. The another half is connected for the receiving end side. That is comes under for the nominal T method. But another one is long transmission line. In long transmission line, the parameters are available for resistance, inductance, capacitance. Another one is for the susceptance, that is represent for G. It consists of three parameters: resistance, inductance, capacitance. Another one is for the susceptance, that is represent for G. And here all the transmission line, short transmission line or medium transmission line, long transmission line, we want to derive the two parameter. One is for the sending end voltage, another one is for the sending end current. Why we want to derive these two parameter means, finally we want to consider under the constant ABCD parameter, that is we want to prove for AD minus BC equal to 1. In that ABCD constant parameter, we want to prove that is AD minus BC equal to 1. Already we know that this is we are studied in the network theory, that is AD minus BC equal to 1. Why we want to derive these two parameter means, already we know that in the constant ABCD parameter, that is Vs equal to AVR plus B into IR, that is Vs equal to AVR plus B into IR, and Is equal to CVR plus D into IR. That is Vs equal to AVR plus B into IR, and Is equal to CVR plus D into IR. First, we want to derive the two parameter. One is for the sending end voltage, another one is for the sending end current. After that, we can compare these two parameter, identified A value, B, C, and then D. So finally, we can prove it as AD minus BC equal to 1 for all. For short transmission line, medium transmission line. In medium transmission line, again it is classified into end condenser method, nominal T, another one is for the nominal pi method. Similarly, in the long transmission line. Up to now, we have discussed later. Now we can see for the numerical problems on nominal pi method. Nominal pi method. Just go through the problem. A three-phase 50Hz 150 kilometer line has a resistance, inductive reactance, and capacitive shunt admittance of 0.1 ohm, 0.5 ohm, and 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Siemens per kilometer per phase. If the line delivers 50 megawatt at 110 kV and 0.8 power factor lagging, determine sending end voltage and current, assuming a nominal pi circuit for the line. Assume a nominal pi circuit for the line. All of you go through the problem. In the problem, clearly they are mentioned, that is a three-phase system. They are given taken for the system is for three-phase system, and the frequency is 50 Hz. They are given, that is the frequency is as per Indian standard frequency is 50 Hz. The problem they are represented, the frequency is 50 Hz. 150 kilometer long. That is the line length they are given for line length L equal to 150 kilometer. Line length L equal to 150 kilometer. Based upon that, already we know that in short transmission line that is less than 80 kilometer, in medium transmission line that is 80 to 240 kilometer, long transmission line is greater than 240 kilometer. Clearly indicates based upon the line length, it is considered for the medium transmission line. As a resistive, inductive reactance and capacitive shunt admittance they are given. The resistance are equal to 0.1 ohm, 0.1 ohm, that is per phase per kilometer. They are given for the 1 kilometer, 0.1 ohm for 1 kilometer, and inductive reactance, that is they are given for the 0.5 ohm, that is XL equal to 0.5 ohm per kilometer, that is 1 kilometer, 0.5 ohm 1 kilometer. And capacitance shunt admittance, that is the shunt admittance is represented for the Y, that is Y equal to, they are given 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Siemens. Another unit of Siemens is mho, that is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Siemens. The another unit of Siemens is represented for the mho. The another unit of Siemens is mho. If the line delivers 500 megawatt, that is the line delivered in the sense that is nothing but power delivered P equal to 50 megawatts. E equal to 50 megawatts. That is 50 into 10 to the power of minus 6. 50 into 10 to the power of minus 6. At 110 kV, that is the receiving end voltage, line delivered in the sense receiving end voltage, that is VR equal to 110 kV. They are given for the line value. We want to convert the phase value, means that is VL equal to VL by root 3, phase value V phase equal to VL by root 3. Here they are given for the 110 kV, that is they are given for the 110 kV. That is, this is line value, phase value means 110 by root 3, and power factor they are given for 0.85, that is nothing but the receiving end power factor cos pi r equal to 0.85. Cos pi r equal to 0.8 power factor lagging. Determine the sending end voltage and then current. Here we want to find out two parameters. One is for the sending end voltage, another one is for the sending end current. Assume nominal pi circuit. Here we want to, they are clearly represented in the problem. By the help of nominal pi method, we can derive the two parameters. One is for sending end voltage and then sending end current. Already we know that in the short transmission line, the parameters are available only two, resistor and then inductive reactance. But in that medium transmission line, the parameters are available for three. One is for resistance, inductance, another one is for the capacitance. In the problem they are given, one is for the resistance, another one is for the inductive reactance, another one is for the shunt admittance, that is capacitive shunt admittance. Clearly indicated, we want to simplify it with the help of medium transmission line, medium transmission line. But which method we want to follow? That is end condenser method, nominal T or nominal pi. In the problem they are clearly represented, that is nothing but the nominal pi method. We can simplify with the help of nominal pi circuit. If they are not mentioned, means that is based upon our wish, we can solve the problem with the help of end condenser method or nominal T or nominal pi method. Which method is convenient for us, we can simplify. But particularly in the problem, they are represented, assume a nominal pi circuit. That is, we want to simplify it with the help of nominal pi method. But here the resistance, inductance, and then admittance value they are given for 1 kilometer. But the total line length in the problem they are given for the 150 kilometer. That is the total resistance we want to simplify 0.1 into the total is 150 kilometer. This is considered for, that is nothing but the 15 ohm, and inductive reactance, that is 0.5 ohm for 1 kilometer. What about the total 150 kilometer? That is 0.5 into 150 kilometer. This is considered for the 150 kilometer. This is 25 ohms, and admittance 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Siemens per kilometer. We want to find out for the 150 kilometer. 150 kilometer. First, we can draw for the circuit diagram of the nominal pi method, and after that, we want to draw the phasor diagram of the nominal pi circuit. Just note down the what are the given data they are given. But in this problem, clearly they are represented, that is three-phase system, 150 kilometer length, that is line length they are given for the 150 kilometer. And what about the resistance per 1 kilometer? 0.1 ohm. We want to find out total resistance is for 150 kilometer, that is 0.1 into 150, 15 ohm. Similarly, the total reactance for 1 kilometer, the reactance is 0.5 ohm. We want to find out the total line length 150 kilometer, that is 0.5 into 150, this 75 ohm. And capacitive admittance, that is 1 kilometer, 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Siemens, or 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 mho. For total 150 kilometer into 150, that is 45 into 10 to the power of minus 5 Siemens. And the receiving end voltage is 110 kV, that is line value, converted into phase value, 110 into 10 to the power of 3 by root 3, and that is 63,508 volts. 63,508 volts. And here we want to find out for the power. Already we know that in single phase system, that is P equal to VI cos phi. But in this, the problem clearly they are mentioned, that is three-phase system, that is P equal to VI cos phi. The problem clearly they represent, that is for the three-phase system. In three-phase system, that is P equal to root 3 VI into cos phi. Root 3 VI into cos phi. VI into cos phi. That is VR IR into cos pi r. That is VR IR into cos pi r. Here we want to find out for the current value. We know the power. What is the power? 50 megawatt. And the receiving end voltage here they are given 110 kV. That is nothing but the line value. The phase value is 63,508 volt. And the cos pi r, the problem they are given for 0.8 power factor. Here we want to find out the current value. I, or it is represent for the IR. That is IR equal to what happen? P by the cross multiplication. That is P by root 3 VR into cos pi r. P by root 3 VR into cos pi r. In that problem, already the data they are given the power, the receiving end voltage, and then the receiving end power factor. So substitute the value. That is the power is 50 megawatt. That is 50 into 10 to the power of 6. 1 mega is 10 to the power of 6 by root 3 into. What about the receiving end voltage? The line value 110 into 10 to the power of 3. What about the power factor cos pi r? 0.8. By simplifying, we are getting, that is the current is 328 amps. And it is the power factor cos pi r equal to 0.8. Here we can write down the sin pi r. That is pi r equal to cos inverse of 0.8. That is 36.86. Pi r equal to cos inverse of 0.8. We are getting 36.86. In that we can find out for the sin pi r. That is sin 36.86. We are getting for 0.6. 0.6. Up to now we have noted down the data. That is the system is for three-phase system. Frequency 50 Hz. Total line length is 150 kilometer, and the resistance per phase per kilometer. 1 kilometer they are given for the 0.1 ohm. But we want to find out the total kilometer, that is total 150 kilometer, the resistance is 15 ohm. And similarly, the inductive reactance 1 kilometer they are given for the 0.5 ohm, total 150 kilometer, that is 75 ohm. Similarly, admittance, that is the capacitive admittance, 1 kilometer is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6, but we want to find out total 150 kilometer, that is 45 into 10 to the power of minus 5 Siemens. The another unit of the Siemens is mho. And here they are given for the power delivered 50 megawatt, 50 into 10 to the power of 6 watt. 1 mega is 10 to the power of 6. And they are given the line receiving end voltage is 110 volt, that is line value, converted in terms of phase value, that is 63,000 508 volts, and the receiving end power factor is 0.8, and that is cos pi r. We can find out the sin pi r 0.6. Here we want to find out the two parameter. One is for sending end voltage Vs, the sending end current is Is. With the help of, we can use it for nominal pi method. Up now we have noted down the given data. Next we want to draw the circuit diagram and then phasor diagram. This is the circuit diagram of the nominal pi method. That is, the capacitor are divided into two of. The one half is connected for the sending end side, the another half is connected for the receiving end side. That is, this is sending end voltage Is. The actual current is represented for I or IL. That is I or IL, and the receiving end current is represented for the IR. Here, based upon the circuit, we can draw for the vector diagram. That is, how many voltages are there? The two voltages. One is for the sending end voltage, another one is for the receiving end voltage. Take a reference for the VR. That is, the higher voltage is the Vs and lower voltage is the VR. And based upon that, we can draw for the phasor diagram. That is VR and then Vs. The drop, the two drop. One is for the resistance drop, another one is for the reactance drop. That is, the resistance drop is I into R, reactance drop is I into XL. It is, the resistance drop is parallel to the VR, that is I into R, and perpendicular to the inductive reactance, that is resultant is impedance, and the current, that is Is, IR and then IL in between IC1 and then IC2. Based from the circuit diagram, we can draw for the phasor diagram. Here we want to derive two parameter. One is for the sending end voltage, another one is for the sending end current. What is the sending end voltage? Already we know that is Vs equal to across the voltage VR plus the drop. Vs equal to VR plus the drop. What is the drop? I into Z. That is, here the drop is this one. R plus JXL, that is represent for the impedance Z, that is I into Z. We know the value of the receiving end voltage VR. In the problem they are given, that is 110 kV, but the phase value is 63,508 volts. Here the current value is, that is, we want to find out the I value. What is the I? I equal to, here based upon the junction point, that is I equal to IR plus IC1. IR plus IC1. Here, for simplifying, we can write down in terms of rectangular and then polar form. First, that is the VR in the sense, in the receiving end voltage only available for the rectangular form, there is no imaginary term. That is VR equal to VR plus J0. VR equal to VR plus J0. That is, what is the receiving end voltage? VR 63,508 volts. Similarly, we can find out the receiving current, that is I equal to IR into cos pi r minus J into sin pi r. Here already we have find out for the IR value, that is the current in the sense I equal to IR into cos pi r minus J sin pi r. That is, here in that the current term, the imaginary term is there, that is cos pi r minus J into sin pi r. That is the imaginary term and then real term. That is, imaginary term is sin value, the real term is the cos value. Here we are getting the both value. It's in the form of rectangular form. Now you can check it. Here, that is the sending end current Is equal to I plus IC2. Here the two current is there because the two junction point is there. Is equal to I plus IC2. Again, the IC1, IC2 is considered for the imaginary term. That is, what is the IC1? Already we have derived. That is IC1 equal to nearer the voltage. That is VR into the admittance is half. That is VR into Y by 2. This is for the imaginary term. That is J VR into Y by 2. Similarly, IC2 is Vs into J Y by 2. Vs into J Y by 2. By using this formula, we can simplify that is, we can derive for the two parameter. One is for the sending end voltage, another one is for the sending end current. Now you can see here the receiving end voltage we have taken for the reference value, that is VR equal to VR plus J0. There is no imaginary term. That is the face value VR is 63,508.52 volts. And what about the current? IR equal to, here the both real and then imaginary term. IR into cos pi r minus J sin pi r. What is the IR value? Already you have derived. That is 328. That is 328 into 328.03. The cos pi r 0.8 and sin pi r is 0.6. So simplifying, we are getting 262.42 minus J 196.82. And what about the charging current at the load end side? That is IC1 VR into J y by 2. What is the value of VR? 63,508.52 into the total admittance. The total admittance 45 into, that is for 150 kilometer. 45 into 10 to the power of minus 5 by 2. That is, we are getting 14.28 the imaginary term. Now we can find out for the line current. That is, apply Kirchhoff's current law. That is I equal to IR plus IC1. Already we have discussed here. That is I equal to IR plus IC1. See here, this is I equal to IR plus IC1. Now we know the value of IR value. What is the IR value? 262.42 minus J 196.82 plus IC1, that is J 14.28. For simplifying, we are getting 262.42. This two term is adding, that is minus 196.82 plus 14.28, that is we are getting J 182.54. Now we can find out for the sending end voltage. What is the sending end voltage? Vs equal to across the voltage VR plus the drop I into Z. Here we know the value of the receiving end voltage, that is 63,508.52, and the current 262.42 minus imaginary term, and the Z in the sense R plus JXL, that is total resistance and then total reactance. Now the substitute the value, that is the Vs equal to, the VR is 63,508.52 plus the current 262.42 minus J 182.54 and R plus JX, that is the total resistance is 15 ohm and the total reactance is 75 ohm. Now simplifying, we are getting this value, that is Vs equal to 81,135.32 plus the imaginary term 16,943.4. This is in the form of rectangular form, converted into polar form. That is Vs equal to some value into angle, that is represent for the theta 1. Converted into polar form, that is we are getting 82,885.57 at an angle 11.79. In that the angle we are getting, suppose the negative value, eliminate the negative. That is the theta value taken only for the positive side. That is Vs equal to 82,885.57 volt and theta 1 equal to 11.79. That is the Vs, the simply we can write down 82 kV, that is 82.88 kV. Now the compare the sending end voltage and then receiving end voltage. Generally the sending end voltage is the higher value, the receiving end voltage is the lower value. That is, this is for the, what is the receiving end voltage? 63.5 kV, 63.5 kV. That is Vs is greater than the VR. That is our system is satisfied. Now we have find out for the sending end voltage. In the second parameter, we want to find out the sending end current. And the next one is the sending end current. So already we know that apply Kirchhoff's current law, that is Is equal to I plus IC2. Again, we know the value of I value. Here the find out IC2, that is the imaginary term. The IC2 nearer to the sending end side, Vs into half of the admittance, that is imaginary term, that is IC2 equal to J into Vs half of the admittance. Already we know the value of the sending end side. What is the, we have derived the sending end voltage, can substitute here Vs 81135.32 plus the imaginary term 16943.4. The substitute the value, that is plus 81,131 plus the imaginary term 16,942.5. J, what is the admittance for total 150 kilometer? 45 into 10 to the power of minus 5 by 2. For simplifying, we're getting minus 3.81 plus J 18.25. Now find out the sending end current. We know the value of I and then IC2. That is, the I value is 262.4 minus the imaginary term 182.5, and the IC2 is minus 3.81 plus J 18.25. And the simplifying, we are getting 258.6 minus the imaginary term 164.25. It is in the form of rectangular form. The converted in the form of polar. That is, in the polar we are getting, that is, the sending end current IS equal to 306.4 and the angle minus 32.4. But the negative term is eliminated. That is, IS equal to 306.4. The angle theta 2 equal to 32.4. That is, the help of the nominal pi method is simplified for two parameters. One is for the sending end current, another one is for the sending end voltage. In case in the problem they are not mentioned particularly, nominal pi method, that is based upon our wish, we can simplify either end condenser method or nominal T or nominal pi method. From all the methods we are getting the same answer. Up now, any doubts?